Good evening to all of my alcoholics and to all of my stoners out there. Welcome back to another episode here on ConcussedCam TV. Before we begin tonight's episode, I thought it'd only be right to pour myself a nice mixer here. We're going with a vodka Sprite. I'm trying to multitask here. I am not the greatest at that, as we are gonna soon to be finding out. And so tonight's episode is going to be just really a throwback story for me to about 8th grade when I received my very first concussion. Cheers to the episode name, party people, ConcussedCam. And so I want to give a little bit of context before we get into this story here. So obviously 8th grade, I was super undersized. I was maybe 5 foot, 5'1", 60 pounds on a good day. So I was heavily undersized, which sucks and which made me an easier target, so to speak. But I actually got this one playing baseball. I just got moved up to the bigger leagues, the 60-90 fields, the high school size fields. So I was playing ball with some bigger guys and older kids too. And they all looked at me as if like I didn't belong, which I really didn't think I did. Just size alone, I could not compete as well as everybody else, but I had the heart to be out there. So that's the background of that. So we just casual Saturday afternoon game going on. I'm actually not catching for a change. I grew up catching. And I was actually out playing second base, and what started off as a routine ground ball, we're up the first base line, so obviously the first baseman went to go make a play on that, and I ran to go cover first base. And it was a wild high throw, and like we're coming on like perfect path for collision, but I was going for the ball as it was thrown a bit high, so I'm jumping over first base midair, and this kid comes running through the baseline and takes me out. So you heard the size that I was. Now get a load of this. This kid was a freshman on the wrestling team, and this kid was like 5'8", 170, 180 pounds, built like a brick shithouse, dude. He ran right fucking through me. I landed in the outfield. I fucking flew. And it was terrible because, I mean, obviously I got ran through, I was airborne, but it's like when I landed, I smacked my head back, landing head first, smashed it onto the clay, and then I just rolled into the outfield. And I blacked out there for a second. I didn't know what was going on. And then I kind of just wake up and I'm getting sat up by my coaches. My parents were already out onto the field at this point to evaluate me because like I was out cold. Like everyone was frightened. And then I kind of woke up with them cartoon eyes. They were just shooting every which direction. My pupils were not synchronized. They were going different ways. I looked fucked up. I kept asking what happened. Where was I? You know, typical concussion symptoms or giveaways to it being a concussion. So I obviously, mom walked me out to the car, threw all my shit in there. We went speed. I'd never seen my mom drive like that ever, and under any circumstance. That lady was cutting up. Well, let me tell you. I was like, Mom, slow down. I'm like, it's okay, I'm fine. But she's like, every few minutes, she's like putting her hand across me because I'm like dozing off and falling asleep and just keep going in and out of consciousness. So she's obviously freaking out. And I'm just a veggie at this point. So we get to the hospital and they run in, we're doing all these tests. I go in for, I'm pretty sure it was a CT scan and whatnot, and came to the conclusion because my head was pounding. I could feel my head, like inside, I could feel my brain just throbbing with pain. I could not see straight. I couldn't think. I couldn't recall what had even happened or what went down. All I knew is I was just sitting in the hospital confused and just kept asking what I'm doing here. So at this point, it's been diagnosed now as a concussion. Hooray, first one. Don't know what to expect, so they get us in with a kids specialist because I was, 13 at the time, 14? However old you are in 8th grade. Fuck if I know. So yeah, I got a scheduled appointment, of course. So we're up by like West Palm Beach area. All of these doctors and specialists that I had to go see were all up in the Fort Lauderdale area, Hollywood area, by the Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital. So that's ended up where I'd be going for these appointments. But let's now keep this in mind. So it's like, got diagnosed with a concussion immediately. Like, they told me I got dismissed from like Monday and Tuesday that next week of school to just stay at home, lay down, relax, try and recuperate a bit. And it did me no good. I was so sensitive to light, any light. I couldn't just be on my phone for any more than a couple minutes. Noises just drove me insane. If it wasn't just pure peace and quiet going on, it would just intensify the headache. And this is the thing that like everyone like doesn't understand, or at least like every concussion is different. They all have different effects, so there's no true proper way to diagnose it and treat it. You just kind of got to see where things go, and then based on the symptoms you do have, go about a course of action from there. So for me, it's like this headache was 24/7, day in and day out. No amount of Advil, Relive, or Excedrin, or whatever else you take for pain relief and migraines. That shit just does not work. Ineffective. So that medicine and just generic over-the-counter stuff, no use. And it's just every little thing like that would seem normal, just getting up and like I'd have to wear sunglasses outside continuously, even in the car driving or riding around to the appointments. I'd always have sunglasses and a hat on just because that light would be so damn and bothering to me. So realistically, I missed a ton of school. So these appointments I had were minimal, once a week I had the main concussion specialist. I had appointments for hearing, vision, neck, back. There might have been something else. Physical therapy for like my eyes and the movements and just how coordinated I am. And there was all of these doctor's appointments, which were either on same day, different day, or like every other day. And I missed just shitload of school. I mean, this first one, I missed good part of the remainder of 8th grade year and had a very mild summer. This was a couple months long process of just pure headaches, just trying to build the sensitivity, readjust to studying, because I get to like read or like focus in on doing my work and assignments. It'd be 5 minutes at a time, and I'd need a 15-20 minute break just to lay down in my room, lights off, blinds closed, like complete and total darkness. So it's no fun. It sucks. It was terrible. I felt like shit. Everyone thought I was exaggerating. It was the most miserable feeling in the world, because you could literally feel your head throbbing. And even when the headache was better but still there, it's like you knew it was only a matter of time before you did something to your symptoms that flared it up and it intensified that headache. So we missed boatload of school, fell really far behind. They almost held me back because of my absent total, because even the days I would go to school, it'd be halfway through the first period of the day because you go and you wait for the bell for the first period, and just you're in the cafe or out even in the courtyard. There's just so many people and everyone's so loud and doing their own thing. So it's like I'd already be like dreading going to school, and then just I try to keep my distance, but it'd be like just by the very first period I was already over it, out of it. Like I just wanted to put my head down and just go to sleep. Because that's all I could think of is just my head was pounding and you could feel it, like it throbbed, like you could just hand up to your forehead and just feel it like pulsing almost. Like it was intense, and there's not much you can do for them. You kind of just gotta let them run its course. And because I was so small and I got hit so hard, like it was really a lot, especially because I wasn't fully developed and nearly grown. So like it really rattled my brain around pretty damn good. I was feeling that. I'm pretty sure, I want to say it was 10 months total before like this one was start to finish. By the time I was like, I feel back to normal, like I have no different sensitivities to lights, noise. Those are the big two, but even just, yeah, fuck it, those are the big two. Just the light and noise, but it's like you do that and then it's like, oh, you go into class and they want to play a movie, and then it's like turning off and on the lights and just doing that, and then with people talking in the back and just like unnecessary noise would drive me crazy. And as soon as I put my head down, it was like they knew. I mean, I'd emailed them all and let them know what was going on, and plus, well, I was pretty great with attendance up until this point, so I went from being there every day to being there maybe once, twice a week, and those were for my morning classes. My afternoon classes, they never saw me. It's almost like I dropped out, but nope. Just back and forth to appointments, physical therapy. What else was there? Oh yeah, just, I mean, it was a shitty cycle, just day in and day out, just whole big routine. I couldn't do sports, no contact at least. Like if I want to go shoot around a basketball, I could, but just the ball dribbling up and down, or like, yeah, just repetitive noise that's unnecessary would kill me. Absolutely kill me. But I got ran the fuck over. Like, this dude, man, oh man, he ran right through me. So this will actually, I can say this, but this is my first concussion. And right now, total, I've had 9. So if there's like, I got the ADHD, I got a whole list of problems that have like sprung out from this, because it's all head trauma, and it's like the more you get, the less, like, you don't have to hit your head as hard to get one, and you don't need to hit your head as hard to get one, and then it's like they can be just as severe as the one previously, or even worse, off a slight tap to the head, or even hitting a spot you got a concussion in before. You're just so much more like susceptible to get one, and the severity of it can be that much greater off that much lighter of a hit. So I'm in a tough spot right now, but I mean, this first one really did get the ball rolling. It's, woo, you want to talk about a setback. It's the one right here. So this one carried on into my freshman year of high school, so didn't really get too many opportunities there to meet people and make friends that I didn't already know from high school, because our high school had 3 or 4 middle schools combined put into it for our freshman class alone. So it was like, but I was never there, never in class, I was never around. So it's like when I did show up, everyone was like, who the hell is this guy? But then it's like when I would show up, they'd think I'm like some genius who's mad smart, like 3 grade levels ahead because of how young I look. So it was kind of funny, but it's like I just had no place anywhere. And this was a complete and total setback and just fucked that up. I had spent the next couple years trying to build back what I lost, and it was tough to do, but we managed to get it done. But yeah, I mean, this is really gonna wrap things up here for ConcussedCam episode 1. And I say this just because it really ends off. I get clear to go back to playing sports. I'm already in the middle of a new school year, new school, new curriculum, new circumstances. And I go and I get to enjoy my winter break that year. And I come back in and I have, I had the physical part of gym class, so it was like the health and science part and nutrition and BS like that. So I was really looking forward to the spring because I was cleared to play sports and go back to physical contact. And I actually had gym class where we do basketball and flag football and whatever other high school games were. I'm pretty sure ultimate frisbee was something we played. So it's like I was able to participate in all that. I was glad I got to sit out while everybody else got to run the goddamn mile around the track, dude. I'd sit there laughing like my head hurts, I can't run. So I was really looking forward to this and having gym class and being able to get back to sports before the next baseball season had started up. So this is where we're going to go ahead and end ConcussedCam episode 1. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, stay tuned for the next one. Like and comment on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, or if you're trying to see more. CrossCam TV, signing out.